Number 6. Zebra crossing.
Well, it's 10 o'clock, so we'll just start if everybody's ready. Welcome to everybody, welcome to the teams. Many thanks to Louisa for the welcome today, and also our best wishes from the Rotary Club of Calvia to your new principal. I understand it's just started. I understand he's in Madrid today. Look forward to getting to know him.
Apologise for not being here.
No problem. This is the 5th debate of our 8th season, so it actually marks the halfway time. After this debate, we'll be going into the second half, so it's quite an important point. This morning, of course, as you both know, it's French Lycee versus Green Valley. Welcome also to Miss Emma Fitz. Thank you for the supply of water. And as also, I want to give a special thanks to all our sponsors, as every debate, Palmer Pictures, Clinica Juaneda, Ticket Travel and Ibex Insurance, and today a special thank you to Imperial Properties because we have the representative Tom. Thank you for coming, Tom.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I will.
I know you know all about it from your daughter. And of course the Rotary team, Harry, Ron and Pip. Thank you very much to everybody. Today, French Lycée, we have Eloy, I can't see the signs from here, Eloy de Nicolas, Anna-Elena Stellon, and Kenzo Rubio. And from Green Valley, Julia Macielli, I hope I said that right, Macielli, Leticia Kong, and Jan Kuhner. Welcome. The timekeeper today is Alison Tom. Your judges are Carlos Besta and Oliver Nielsen, and your spokesperson, Paul Aubrey. The motion today is: artificial intelligence is a long-term force for the good of humanity. Artificial intelligence is a long-term force for the good of humanity. For the debate, the French Lycée. Against the debate, the motion, Green Valley. Remember, please, everyone, when the bell starts, your 5-minute starts. The bell rings at the first minute, that means points of information are allowed. The bell rings again, 4th minute, no further points of information are allowed, and you finish at 5 minutes. Yeah? The main other thing is the summary, 2 minutes, no interruptions are allowed. Okay? I'm sure I don't need to tell you, all mobile phones off at this point in time, and so let the debate begin. Over to the timekeeper. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kate. Okay, so the motion before is French Lycée. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll start the timer.
So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges, my name is Eloy Nicolas, and today Anna-Elena Cledon, Kenza Rubio, and myself stand before you to champion the transformative power of artificial intelligence. So, AI has rapidly transformed from a futuristic concept to a ubiquitous technology that is deeply integrated into our everyday lives. From Siri and Alexa assisting us with tasks and answering questions to advanced AI systems improving healthcare transportation, the impact of AI is far-reaching and constantly evolving. So, it may come as a surprise, but all this text was actually written by ChatGPT, but don't worry, what will come is actually written by myself and based on evidence and research. So, let's talk about education. I know what you all think about when I talk about education. Children are cheating and using ChatGPT to make their homework or exams. Actually, the statement is totally flawed because there has been some research that children actually use ChatGPT to help them have a more tailored and personalized learning experience. For example, I have ADHD, and so it makes it a lot more difficult to concentrate and focus on tasks. And ChatGPT and other AI has helped me massively to concentrate and to be able to learn and actually feel like a normal person when studying and doing everyday things. Now, For example, I think that ADHD isn't the only problem that artificial intelligence can actually solve. Artificial intelligence is also very important in accessibility, with, for example, speech recognition or text-to-speech technology. Just take an example, Stephen Hawking. He wouldn't have been able to transmit all this knowledge he had, all these ideas, if it weren't for AI. He wasn't even able to communicate or to move. So just imagine if we hadn't known about the Big Bang. Everything would have changed, and thanks to AI, we are able to know about it. But like AI isn't only important in work or, for example, for students. It can help us a lot with like work or for example, even like this morning when I was coming here, I heard on the news that there is a CEO that is actually AI, and it's the first time that this ever happens. It's a Polish company that sells alcohol. Yes.
How will it affect the workforce if there isn't a human connection? How will it affect their productivity with a boss that's based on AI? A CEO.
Can you repeat, please?
How will it affect the workforce productivity if there's a CEO based with AI?
Well, I think that actually AI is a lot more. There have been studies that show that AI is a lot more productive than human and is a lot more exact. For example, in medicine, some statistics have shown that AI actually is a lot more accurate than even people. So I think AI being a CEO is going to help us a lot in being more accurate in what we have more to develop in work and how we want to get better. So let's continue. I'll continue by talking about work safety. So we know that there's a lot of problems in work safety. For example, the ILO estimates that some 2.3 million women and men around the world succumb to work-related accidents or diseases every year. This corresponds to over 6,000 deaths every single day. That's just crazy. And AI-powered systems can predict or even prevent accidents in hazardous environments and reduce massively those dreadful numbers. Robots and drones equipped with AI can perform dangerous tasks, reducing the risk to human workers in industries like construction and mining. AI has been a lifeline for protecting workers. And this is why I think that artificial intelligence is not only a futuristic concept, and it is already transforming schools, jobs, and healthcare. It empowers individuals, ensures job security, increases efficiency, and even promotes inclusivity. We must embrace AI as a powerful ally in shaping a brighter, more equitable future for all.
Time's up.
First, like to address some points that was made by the opposing team. Thank you very much for your arguments. So you mentioned how it's going to be improving inclusivity, but how can we know this when artificial intelligence has proven countless times for its bias? If you search up 10 greatest football players, you get all white men. Why is that? Second of all, you mentioned job security. How is that possible when in my argument I even have listed that by 2030, it's predicted that we're going to lose 300 million jobs to artificial intelligence software. Now, we're not stronger or faster than other creatures, but we're more intelligent. But now, for the first time in humanity, we're faced with something more intelligent than us. These are the words of Elon Musk. Good morning, honorable judges, members of the opposing team, and distinguished guests. My name is Julia Micheli, and I am the lead speaker of the Green Valley School team. Together with Leticia, who will be developing our second argument, Ilan, concluding our third, and Clara, our researcher in the audience, we'd like to thank Rotary International Calvia for this exciting opportunity. And again, we wish the opposing team the best of luck and thank them for welcoming us here today. Our motion is that artificial intelligence is a long-term force for the good of humanity. My team is completely against the motion. We strongly believe that artificial intelligence is a threat to our humanity. Now, we are going to support our position with 3 arguments. 1, I will be discussing how artificial intelligence attacks us on a personal level via means of job loss and privacy violation. 2, Lycee will address the question of how artificial intelligence poses a danger to the whole society, especially when used in warfare. Finally, Ilan will conclude by how artificial intelligence attacks the very essence of our humanity through loss of thinking and problem-solving skills and creativity. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure our arguments will convince you that artificial intelligence isn't a good source, but on the contrary, a threat to our humanity. And we are not the only ones concerned. Just last week, some of the world's most esteemed leaders met at the iconic Bletchley Park to discuss some of the threats that AI poses. And Bletchley Park, by the way, I'll remind you of its pivotal role in World War II, where German codes were deciphered, ultimately helping end the war. Distinguished figures including Elon Musk, various European prime ministers, the Vice Minister of Science and Technology of China, and many other important figures attended. This undoubtedly confirms not only the dire severe threat that AI poses, that we should all, and I mean all, be concerned. Allow me to illustrate a compelling insight only in the area of banking and by 2030. So here I'm going to show you the tellers, the people you walk in against, the people at the banking. There are estimated to lose 400,000 tellers, and even white-collar considered jobs such as financial managers are estimated to lose 100,000 of their jobs being displaced. And an even more threatening statistic is that an estimated, as I mentioned previously, an estimated 300 million jobs are estimated to be displaced by 2030. But these aren't mere statistics. These are livelihoods, dreams, the very essence of countless lives at stake, leaving individuals and families with an uncertain tomorrow. Try to imagine, for just one moment, that it was your life crumbling before you. Even
information.
Accepted?
What do you think about all the jobs that can be offered by AI actually being used? Because AI being invented, there will be a lot of jobs to control this AI, to maybe make it better. There will be a lot of jobs that will be available.
I completely agree with you. Artificial intelligence will create jobs, but it will create jobs only for certain parts of society, even creating a barrier in our already broken society. Now, as I move on, even if your job isn't on the line, you might think you're unaffected, right? But picture this scenario. You stroll into the supermarket, and you typically exchange a friendly smile with the cashier. But now it's replaced with 6 self-checkout stands. We are human creatures. We thrive off social connection. We need this connection. SMM University has found studies directly correlating the relationship between human interaction and our mental well-being. And now, of course, I cannot argue with this. 6 self-checkout stands will be more convenient, but are we really going to sacrifice our mental health and our well-being for just mere convenience? Furthermore, as a team, we acknowledge that. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up now.
Time's up, I'm sorry.
In the year 2000, a 16-year-old high schooler named Michael Kals decided to do the unachievable. He sent a DDoS to high-profile commercial companies like Amazon, eBay, and Yahoo. A DDoS, a disturbed denial of service, occurs when a hacker floods a system with internet traffic, which means an overload of information. What this does is that it stops the system from working completely. And so the company cannot continue making profit. The estimate is $1.2 billion of damage. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges and fellow debaters. My name is Annalena Cledon, and I'm a student from the Lycée Français of Palma. Today, I will be discussing why AI is a long-term force for the benefit of humanity. In 2023, it is estimated that there is 15 billion connected devices. Problem is, every year hackers find new ways to launch type of attacks that can steal personal data or sensitive information of their victims. In 2019, the digital bank Capital One was hacked. They lost 106 million bank account numbers and social security numbers of their clients. To put into perspective, that is twice Spain's population. It is a huge number. Yes?
Won't AI promote hackers? Isn't it making it an easier way for hackers to use artificial intelligence to hack? Even if there's regulations, they'll always find a way with this new and developing artificial intelligence.
Yes, but I think hackers are more on, they work alone. And AI promotes more security because they work as teams. It goes it goes faster, the security development than the hackers development.
Can I have a point of information? Adding to that, do you think every individual person at home has a team of AI helping them protect their computers and their smartphones?
No, but I don't think that every person is a hacker also.
No, every person could be.
In 2019, it is twice Spain's population. And this all happened because of misconfiguration in the web, which AI is specialized at detecting. So if AI would have been used in this situation, it could have prevented this catastrophe. Connected devices produce an insane amount of information, in which AI, in this case, is a powerful tool. It provides continuous monitoring, which in a world where cybersecurity is at its most risk. It provides immediate action, and it's used to strengthen the control measures, the access control measures. For example, if AI identifies a weak password, it tells the user to change it. 2 months ago, my grandmother received a call from her bank saying that they needed her private bank account numbers. She is new to the world of technology, and naive as she is, she provided her information freely. You can imagine what happened. She lost a great deal of money. Well, we have all received phishing calls or emails saying that they need our bank account numbers for a transaction, or even worse, a foreign prince needs money to ensure his inheritance. Well, it is estimated that there's a 3.4 billion phishing emails and calls sent every single day. Well, and people fall for it. With AI algorithms, we can identify this type of unusual behavior and protect victims from scams. Victims lose $800 million on phishing calls and emails every year. I'm willing to bet that everyone in this room has at least one type of social media, am I right? Well, according to Forbes, 60% of the world's population has at least one type of social media. And you can understand that it's very difficult to survey this large network. AI is used to patrol, manage accounts, and personal data of its users. For example, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook warn the users of sensitive contents before watching a video that could disturb them. It allows people to skip videos that could perturb them, while also, most importantly, protecting the minors on these platforms. Furthermore, every 2 seconds, a new person is a victim of identity theft. AI, which excels at fraud detection, identity theft could be prevented. 19-year-old Luis Flores Jr. called American Express and claimed to be Kim Kardashian. He changed her address to have all her new credit card. The victim.
Good morning, my name is Lycee and I am the second speaker. And I will be developing our second argument. But first, I would like to address some of the points the opposing team has made. They have mentioned social media, but AI is violating privacy. Who can access it, and how will it be used? I will be developing the second argument. That is the danger of AI to us as a society. Our first speaker, Julia, has explained how job loss affects us personally and creates an economic decline, further and divide between the rich and the poor, as well as it causes privacy problems. The opposing team has discussed the many good benefits that AI is used for. But just think of AI in the wrong hands. All this power. AI is effectively a criminal's dream. It can be exploited by cyber criminals to carry out advanced, hard-to-spot cyber attacks on individuals, institutions, and even governments. AI-driven hacking activities endanger us by compromising hacking activities, privacy, and potentially causing financial damage. Imagine a world where anyone can convincingly impersonate you, your loved ones, world leaders, or even yourself. Deep fakes blur the line between truth and deceit, making us question every authenticity of every video, every voice message. They shatter trust, inflict deep wounds in society. A research statistic was published by Snoop.com stating that from 2022 and from 2023, a fraud consistent of deep fakes increased from 0.1 to 4.6 in Canada, from 0.2 to 2.6 in the US, and from 1.5 to 7.6 in Germany. But the most frightening aspect is the use of AI in autonomous weapons and in warfare. They can select and apply force to targets without human guidance. They are activated by the user. But the critical aspect is that they don't know who and what it will attack, and where it will appear. Why? Because they're cold, emotionless logic of censored and Soviet takeover. The environment and the target profile determines who lives and who dies. Here's a picture. Heartless and soulless machines, already used in warfare. And also, as well, they can use face recognition to attack targets and assassinate them.
Point of information. How would you address all the AI systems that have been created specifically to counter all the violence that can be caused because of nuclear weapons and everything? There has been a lot of AI made to detect those problems.
But there's a bigger risk of them not being able to because of hacking or other people influencing it. So, yeah, thank you. An example of autonomous weapon is the Harpy drone, developed by Israel. The Harpy is an autonomous weapon used in vehicles to seek out and destroy radio systems. Once launched, it loiters in the air, scanning for enemy radar emissions. When it detects a radar source, it anonymously attacks and destroys the target without requiring any human guidance. We worry this takes away human judgment in using force. It makes the weapons difficult to control as well. How do you know that it will not get out of hand? How do we know that it will not strike a civilian car instead of a military vehicle? And even if it does strike a military vehicle, what will happen with the civilians inside or nearby vehicles? In conclusion, it is crucial to acknowledge the darker side of AI, its capability of harming. Hacking, deepfakes, and autonomous weapons are a clear example of why AI is dangerous. It is imperative that we strike a balance between harnessing the power of AI and ensuring the safety of individuals and our society as a whole. Thank you. that's not just statistics. It's a staggering reality. It's the number of lives that could have been saved in AI by AI in healthcare annually. 403,000 souls given a second shot at life. 403,000 families spared from mourning and grief. Can you picture this number? Can you imagine the impact if AI had been there to save your friend, your father, your daughter? Good morning. My name is Kenza Rugub, and today I will speak to you about how artificial intelligence, a long-term force for the good of humanity, can revolutionize and improve healthcare. Artificial intelligence, by definition, can do all the things we humans do, just better. It can manipulate, it can persuade, it can hire people, build companies and robots. But more importantly, it can save lives by exceeding human cognition in the analysis and understanding of complex medical and healthcare data. AI is quick and accurate. Where humans need sleep, food, vacation, and are influenced by emotions, personal biases, fatigue, AI operates 24/7 without the need of nourishment, rest, nor vacation. Additionally, to reduce physician misdiagnosis, researchers have created convolutional neural networks, CNNs, a tool that can analyze thousands of images from public data sets and patient medical records and identify patterns in order to quickly diagnose diseases. As a matter of fact, last week, my 3-year-old neighbor was rushed to the emergency rooms by her worried parents. She had persistent running fever, rashes all over her body, and unusual fatigue. Her doctor was puzzled by the misleading symptoms as they could lead to different conditions. Afraid of misdiagnosis, she used a CNN. She photographed her patient's symptoms, and the images were processed by the CNN, and a report was quickly generated. The results showed that my neighbor had a high likelihood of Kawasaki disease, a sometimes fatal inflammatory disease of blood vessels in children. She was timely treated, saving herself from a prolonged medical journey. AI is accessible and available. Patients who live in remote or underserved areas are often restricted when it comes to receiving timely medical attention. Not to mention, our society is slowly aging, which means there is Yes? How many people will have access to this new improved CNN, and couldn't the funding go towards direct humanitarian aid? Well, eventually, in a couple of years, all medical centers will have access to CNN, and actually it helps have more access instead of needing, well, I will explain right now more in detail. Well, say for example, 80-year-old Jose, living in a remote village in the Andes, suffers from diabetes and hypertension. Because of that, he's in need of constant surveillance and regular medical checkups. However, he lives far from any medical facilities. Here is how artificial intelligence will help through telemedicine and remote monitoring. Through call consultations, where the physician can assess his patient's condition, aided by AI. Through AI-powered wearable devices that can monitor his vital signs, such as blood pressure and blood glucose levels. Through apps, programmed apps that give medication reminders. In the big picture, artificial intelligence, integration of artificial intelligence into day-to-day life can help with human skills. As a student who enjoys writing in her free time, artificial intelligence has been a lifesaver. As a student, I have to juggle between my schoolwork, extracurricular activities, my social life, which gives a very, very small margin to my writing. However, thanks to the proofreading, grammar and spelling checking, research assistance of AI, hours of my time were spared and put into more productive activities of my writing. We have created artificial intelligence. Why not use it for the good of humanity? Thank you very much.
name is Elon, and I'm the third speaker of the Green Valley team. I'm going to further prove that AI is definitely not a long-term force for the good of humanity. Quite the opposite, actually. We believe that AI is one of the greatest threats that humans have imposed on themselves. First, I'd like to respond to some of the points that the opposing team made. The opposing team has mentioned that AI will create jobs. While we believe this is true, we also believe that human touch is needed for all aspects of human life. Back to our motion, Julia, the first speaker, has spoken about potential severe job displacement and privacy concerns. Our second speaker has mentioned AI invading our privacy and falling into the wrong hands, or worse, getting out of control. These scenarios are very, very frightening, but they are nothing compared to the largest problem of all: AI invading our humanity itself. How would you all define humanity? Do you think our humanity, what do you think is the condition of being human? Most people's first answer would be our intelligence over other species. While this may be a good answer, it would also mean that your smartphones and tablets at home have already surpassed you. No, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that humanity is the ability to create, to feel, to be compassionate, and to dream. As the opposing team mentioned, AI is faster, it never sleeps, never goes on vacation, and never gets tired or depressed. Therefore, they say it's superior. Although we think this is relatively true, we also cannot ignore the fact that AI has no real ethics, no moral values, and no feelings. No algorithm can learn these things. How can you teach an AI empathy, to love, to be compassionate? Through my next point, I would like you all to think about this visual when I talk about Alex Lawrence, a leading and veteran professor at Princeton. He stated that ChatGPT is the greatest cheating tool ever created. This was after a survey was made at the school where 89% of students voted that AI was used for homework, and 53% of students admitted to using ChatGPT on their essays for them. Now, let us consider the dependence on the inhuman qualities of AI on our daily lives. These present a substantial threat to our creativity. This creativity is a defining form of our humanity. This creativity is a source of innovation. This creativity comes from art and our driving force behind the greatest human accomplishments. However, the more and more we rely on AI to problem solve and to decision make, the more and more we risk diminishing the role of human mind. Finally, I would like to finish with two questions for you all. Will we end up being the little robots following the orders of our superior intelligence? And will the future of these exact debates be two teams reciting memorized arguments written by AI? Thank you. Ready.
Okay.
Thank you all for the debate. It was a wonderful experience. I would like to mention that the opposing team has mentioned computer protection, school help, and job creation. We believe that the benefits are far outweighed by the millions of lives that will be ruined by one simple email. Your work has become redundant. Thank you for your service. The opposing team also failed to mention that between 2021 and 2022, the AI used as much energy as the Netherlands combined. That is, AI every year uses enough energy to power the whole of Netherlands. This is unforgivable. A 20 to 50 question conversation uses 50 milliliters of water. I do not think any fact that AI can provide, which is in favor of AI, can also help go against the fact that it uses so much water. Google uses 2% of the water that AI uses. we believe that AI will cause severe job displacement, will ruin families, and in future, in a not so hypothetical future, where many movies and fiction have depicted, AI will start controlling our lives. That's all I have. Thank you.
So, firstly, you mentioned the energy problem. Well, I think it's a bit flawed because actually, us humans, when we leave the tabs open, or for example, when we don't even delete the emails, we're actually using so much energy, much more than what AI is actually using. And in fact, AI could even delete those emails for you. Then, we have the privacy problems. Well, what I think about that is that privacy actually is increased with AI. Why? Because we have a lot of systems that can actually protect you from hackers, protect you from leakages of files, and a lot of other problems. Then you also mentioned AI and art. Actually, I think that AI should be used as a tool in creating art, in making our creativity better, in making us be able to create things that maybe we wouldn't have been able to create with simply our hands. I personally love to draw, and I use AI to create a lot of drawings. And so what I wanted to conclude with this is that artificial intelligence is not a distant concept. It is already deeply integrated into our lives. It empowers individuals and enhances accessibility. It ensures job security, saves lives, and as I said before, it promotes inclusivity. The evidence is clear. AI is a long-term force for the good of humanity, and we should embrace it as a powerful ally in shaping a brighter, more equitable future for all. Thank you very much.
In the room next door as well as here, I listen to it. Yes, really challenge for our team. And I would ask Paul to come up as the spokesperson for the jury. But first of all, Carlos, would you like to say a few words?
Just very quickly, I mean, obviously I'll leave the main speech for Paul, but it's again been a pleasure to be here, to be a judge for this event. It's been very difficult. Like Kate said, we have been debating about this next door to quite a lot of detail. And I will leave Paul to talk about things. There's one thing that I would like to say about congratulating Elena for handling some points of information very well, which is one of the things that I highlighted for myself. There was some very good statistics and information that was put about backwards and forwards, so well done to both teams on that one. And I'll leave it there because I'll let Paul and Ollie to do their own comments as well.
Yeah, well, I could do this from sitting down from here, actually. No, I mean, it's a fascinating debate, and it's absolutely live. I think you, Julie, you brought the sign-up from the debate at Bletchley Park last week, so it couldn't be more in the news, could it? And I think ChatGPT is about 1 year old now, and I think you all mentioned it, and it's already trying, I mean, especially as students, I guess you're getting told all the time you can't use it, but then you're sneakily using it anyway.
We're trying to use it as a learning resource.
I use it too, right, you know, as an elderly person, grasping this technology, but as you both know, as you prepared your debates, it's actually a force for good and bad, very much like the internet, and you probably both know that, don't you? So, but you've had to take a polarised argument, which we do for the sake of this competition, which is difficult, because, you know, you're all probably somewhere in the middle. But we've been really, I mean, we always say this, I think, but the standard of the debate gets higher and higher, the standard of the way that you present yourselves gets higher and higher. And we always say it, and that's kind of what judges always say, but we also mean it. This used to be a kind of fun morning out and a way of getting a free cup of coffee. Now you're just putting so much stress on us that we have to listen to what you're saying to pick the winners. So we've picked winners, it's been very difficult, and fortunately it's not my job to tell you who it is. It's Paul's.
As we're one way of finding the button forward.
Without further ado, I've got a timer on here, I didn't know that. I'm not going to work on time.
Never have been, don't you?
Never.
You want to start now?
Brilliant. Brilliant. My goodness, what debate we had next door. Outstanding debate. It was so good. How many of you ran out of time? How many of you ran out of time?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of you. Yeah. So good. You had so many points. I loved your opening. Yeah. Get that lectern out of the way. I'm going to stand right in the middle. Everybody see that? You know, stand. The stance was good. Open stance. What does open stance invite?
That's like to transmit all this information that I know, to invite the public
Super.
to know what I have to say.
Loved it. Yeah? Lovely opening. Your eye contact. Outstanding. Who saw the eye contact? Ron had to step back. Like, bang! Now I'm talking to you. Yeah, I know, Ron. I know. Excellent. Yes, really, really strong. Julia, tremendous opening. It's probably the best opening I've seen in terms of team. Yeah? How many arguments were there? 3 arguments. We're going to be very clear about what I'm going to handle, what I'm then going to hand on, and then what's going to be in the finish. Yeah? Very, very good. The teamwork on this side, outstanding. Right. You might think it was, I haven't got any suggestions for improvement. I have a few. Okay, if you allow me. Was there a little bit of cheat reading? Was there some cheat reading? I'm looking over here. I'm now looking at my cards over here. What do you think that does? Loses a bit of impact. Okay. Many of you were cheat reading or holding the cards down here. They're very small, those cards, but I'm still looking at them. I can see the top of my head. Okay. Some of you didn't really use the cards. There wasn't much reading. Okay. Now, that was great. Visual cues. Okay. Let me. Where's Bletchley Park?
Bletchley Park?
Where's
Here.
Bletchley
I
Park?
couldn't find Elon Musk.
It's all right. It's all right. Right. Visual cues. Don't hold it down here. Right. Up here in my face. Let me put it on your desk so you've got it. Yeah. In our face. Okay. You've got some brilliant images. I've just knocked over my own visual cues. You notice I'm not cheat reading, right? But really use the visual cues. Stand up. Use them. Some of the stats. I love the fact that you made some personal stories. Yes, that was incredibly brave of you to share your situation. Okay, well done you. Lots of the personal stories again. Bring it to life. Yes. Imagine your 3-year-old. Your 3-year-old. Those stories bring a debate to life. It's not rows and rows and rows of stats and facts. Right? I could go on. Shall I go on? No, I will not go on. It was excellent, you guys. Excellent, which is what made it really, really difficult through there. So, we had a bit of a challenge with Best Debater because there was lots on show. There was lots of really, really good debate. For a variety of reasons, some of which I've just shown in there, Best Debater goes to Kenza. That's yours.
Yeah.
That's yours. That's yours. Great. Congratulations. That was excellent. There were many good debaters on show. All 6 of you did an outstanding job, which is why it made it difficult. When we came to the team prize, we thought a lot about the team. And we thought a lot about the way in which the structure of the arguments flowed through your teams and the way in which you worked as teams all the way through. For those reasons, today I appoint on my sheet by 1 point Green Valley.
I think in the front, please, yeah.
Don't want to exclude you guys. Coming here across there. In.
Sorry, I was a bit
Bit
so-
closer, bit closer.
Okay,
Yeah.
let these guys.
You guys need to hold. You guys need to hold. There you go.
Eva, would you, Harry, could you hold on a minute? Eva, would you like to go up and have a photograph? Two together. I'll come over beside the lad, shall I?
Well, I've probably done one.
There we are.
Sorry, guys.
Hold it high.
One more.
Can we just finish off with a picture of the team? Oh, please come forward. Yes, indeed. Are we too spread out, Harry? Or can you just squeeze it in?
Yeah.
He's the tech genius.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I knew you guys were at the beginning of this, I went like, I had it over,